My clothing brand generated $58,953 in one day. And I did this all by selling proven products in a passionate niche. For the first time ever, I'm going to break down and share how I'm building my clothing brands and generating most of my money. So let me just go ahead and refresh this page here for y'all. So I built this multi-million-dollar business in less than 12 months, all by following the playbook that I'm about to show y'all. And I'm going to share this entire process. So by the end of this video, you can go out and do this yourself. And in my opinion, this is one of the best business models for just about anybody who's interested in getting their own clothing brand started this year in 2025. So let's get started. To bring in results like this, we sell proven products to passionate customers. So what do I mean by this? Well, we identify what products are currently working in different passionate niches. And I want you to open up your horizons on this, because we're not gonna build another streetwear brand here. We're gonna build a brand that have real passionate customers, with customers that love spending money on their passion. And I'm talking about niches like hiking, surfing, trail running, climbing, hunting. There's so many different niches out there, and many people are actually neglecting these niches. And the reason why is because they think they have to be passionate in that niche to build a brand in. You don't. Trust me. Take it from me. I built an 8-figure hunting and fishing brand, and I don't even eat meat. And I'm black, and I was born and raised in Germany. So you see the irony in there. You don't have to be passionate to be in this field. All you have to do is you have to be passionate about making that money. And as long as you understand product market fit, you will follow the money and you will make that money on your own. So let's get started with the first step here. So the first step obviously is finding a product. You have to find a product that has been validated. And to be honest, let me write this down. And to be honest, you only need one product to kickstart your brand. I'm seeing this so often where current clients, past clients come to me with their quote unquote failed clothing brand, where they have 10 to 15 different items in their store, and I hope one of them eventually will sell. Trust me, you don't need to do this way. Trust me, you don't need to do this. You only need one product that has been validated. And if you can read data and you know what's out there and what's working, you will follow the money. So let me actually give you the 3 key components that your product should have. So obviously the first thing is your product needs to be in a passionate niche. Secondly, the product should solve a problem, because we want to highlight the benefits in a video ad that we can then run successfully on Facebook or on TikTok with TikTok ads. So the third thing is very important. That product needs to be in demand. And if you have all these 3 key components here, why is this pin not working? If you have all these 3 key components, you will make money. You will make that money. Trust me. This is just a key fact. Those 3 key components will lead to money. So there are multiple ways on how you can find your own product. I'm going to cover one in this video, and it's actually pretty simple. So I went to ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT if it can give me a bunch of different keywords that I can search in the Facebook ad library or in an ad spy tool. And it gave me a bunch of different keywords. So what I did here is I took the word tactical, and then I went to an ad spy tool. If you don't know what an ad spy tool is, it's basically a tool or software that has ads from a bunch of different brands that are currently running ads on Facebook or on TikTok or on Pinterest. And all to have this beautiful thing, which is a search bar. So I typed in tactical, and since you're in clothing, you have to add another clothing item to it. So I add the word jacket, then I hit search. And also, very importantly, you need to sort it by likes, because if a brand or if an ad has a lot of engagement, you know that brand behind it is spending money on ads. Otherwise, it wouldn't have gotten to this amount of engagement. So the first item, or the first ad that my Nia is showing me it's a jacket. Let me actually just show you this video so you understand what I'm talking about.
What just happened there? Well, the jacket has pass-through pockets in both front pockets that are operated by a zipper. This allows you to pre-stage your draw if you see a situation coming that you're not happy about. Have your hand completely on your firearm in total concealment, which allows for a quicker draw, quicker first shot, and gives you the edge.
And that's a really, really cool product. So as you can see, that product is definitely tailored for a specific audience, which in this case is gun owners or patriots. The product also solving a problem, as you can see based on the video. And very importantly, that product is in demand, as you can see based on the engagement that they're getting here. 50,000 likes, 1,000 comments, 226 shares. So we know that product is making money for that brand. But we don't know if that product is actually the best-selling product for that specific brand. So what you can do from here on is you can go to the website. As you can see, that product is selling for $208. I bet they have great margins on this. But again, we don't know if that one is actually the best-selling product for them or not. What you can do from here on is to see what their best-selling product is. You can go to a website called Burst Commerce. You can just type in Google, you can type in Shopify bestseller URL. Then you will land on this website. And here they have a bunch of different links that you can add onto a domain. So if I take this here, this domain, and go back to the Shopify store here of that brand and paste that after the domain, and hit enter, as you can see, the website is being sorted by best-selling product. So we can see all the products in here. You see it's sorted by bestsellers. And we can ignore the first 3 products because those are bundle offers. We want to ignore them for now. But we can see here, the best-selling product are those carrier joggers in midnight black. Let me see what that product actually is. Okay. So it looks like those are joggers with an integrated gun holster, which is pretty cool. That's a pretty unique product. It definitely also solves problems for gun owners. And we know that product is in demand because that's the best-selling product. They have 608 reviews on that product. So that's what you want to do. You want to build a list of different brands and different products that are currently best-selling for different brands. And then you want to build a list of like 20, 25 different items. You just have to get into this habit of doing this daily. So now that you have a list done of different products that you could potentially sell, you can move on to the next step. And the next step is validating your product. And this is actually the fun part, because in this step, we want to validate a product without buying inventory. That's the whole point of this. This is allowing us to test fast and scale very smart. So to do this, we're going to use something that we like to call a refund method. I'm going to go into this just in a second, but we're going to use the refund method. So what is the refund method? Basically, you are launching ads. You're going to send ads to a product page, but you don't have any inventory. And once you're getting orders in, you're going to refund everybody and let them know that you're out of stock. You're going to come up with whatever excuse, okay? But to do this successfully, first of all, you need to open up a Shopify store. You can do it for free. I think they have a free trial for 3 days or 3 months. I can't remember, but they have a free trial. And then once you have a Shopify store, you want to focus on building your product page. This is a D, by the way. Sorry for my bad handwriting. So what do I mean by product page? Well, basically, you're going to duplicate what they have here since it's already proven. And then what I would always do is offer them free shipping, because you want to give them a really great deal, because you want to validate their product. And if you have a great deal, and you can see if people actually have interest in buying that product from you. So once you have done that, you focus on your product page. You are going to create video ads. Well, you might question yourself, how I'm going to create video ads if I don't have that product? Well, multiple ways to do this. You can either take the ads that are currently working for the specific brand. You can just search into the Facebook ad library and see what ads are currently running, and you can take it. Or you can create your own video ads, which you basically can just go on YouTube and then you type in that product name, which are the carrier joggers, and then you add the word review to it. And as you can see here, they have a bunch of different people reviewing those pants. So what you can do is you can just download like 6-7 videos, because the goal is you're going to get 5 to 7 different clips of people wearing the product and have it on hand. And you want to create a mashed up video ad where you just have them all combined together, and just going to put some copy over that. Pretty simple. I can make a separate video about this, but I'm just going to give you the outlines on how you can do this. So once you have created your own ads, you then can go ahead and launch your paid ads, such as Facebook or TikTok ads. And then you're just going to send the traffic with these ads. You're going to send the traffic to the product page that you just created. So now that you have ads running, you want to let it run for 24 to 48 hours, because the goal is to obviously get orders to know if that product is making you money or not. And I would say you should aim for getting 5 orders. Once you have 5 orders, you're going to email every customer and refund them immediately, and you're going to let them know. Why is this pen not working? You're going to let them know that you're out of stock. You're going to come up with whatever excuse. But like, we just want to validate if we're getting 5 orders profitably or not. And then once you're having 5 orders, we refunded everybody. You have to see if you have been profitable or not. Well, how do you know if that product is profitable for you if you don't know what the cost of goods for your products are? Well, we have to make a rough estimation on how much a product could cost us. One way would be, you can go to Alibaba. You can find if there is a supplier out there that has a product, and you can make an estimate on how much that would cost you if you buy 50 to 100, 200 units, whatever. Or if you can't find a product, you have to find a supplier on Alibaba that is in that niche. You're going to send them the product link and ask them how much could that cost us in bulk. Let's say you're selling the pants for $99, and the cost of goods would be, let's say you're getting a response from a supplier. He's telling you it would cost you $30. So that means that you have $69 to spend, or up to $69 that you can spend to acquire a customer. If you're spending, sorry for my bad handwriting, if you're spending less than $69 to acquire a customer, that means, like, to acquire 5 customers, like each customer has to be spent less than $69. That means you're getting the green light, and you know that product is profitable for you. So that means now you can go to the next step, and you can buy inventory, because that's the whole point of this. You don't want to buy inventory without knowing if the product is working or not. Like, now that you have actual hard data and proof that you know that product is making money for you, you can buy inventory with confidence. And I would suggest you buy around like 50, 100 units, whatever your budget allows. But again, you know now that the product is making you money. So now that you have inventory, you have shipped it to your 3PL, you can move on to the next step, which is reinvesting. So at this point, you're already scaling your current product, and it's bringing you money and profitably. The next step is very important. You're in clothing. So you can easily, very easily, you can add more products to your store. And it doesn't matter what niche you're in, but tees, hoodies, hats, those 3 items always will work, whatever niche you're in. But like, those have to be printed. You have to like do more research and see what designs are currently working in your niche. But if you have a store that has one product, you're making money good, you're going to take that profit, you're going to reinvest into more items in your store. And once you have t-shirt, hoodies, and hats, now you can increase your average order value. This is an O. And your lifetime value. Those are very, very important if you want to scale your brand, not just a clothing brand, but just any brand. If you can nail your AOV and your LTV, you're set up for success. And then from there on, once you're making money, once you're getting more money, you're spending more money on Facebook ads, you're getting to a nice revenue amount, you can then work on building a marketing calendar. Because at this point, your idea already has been proven. So like the marketing calendar, that is allowing you to plan stuff ahead. You can plan your new product drops. At this point, you can decide if you want to do like a drop only brand, or if you want to do a hybrid drop model where you introduce a new collection like quarterly, whatever. But like, you have to like really plan everything in a marketing calendar. Also, you can do, you plan your content ahead. You can do your sales, your promos, whatever. Everything that at one point will be relying on your marketing calendar. But Nothing of that I just mentioned for the marketing calendar will work if you don't have the first steps done. Those two steps here, the product and the validation, are super, super important if you want to build your streetwear brand successfully in 2025. So that's pretty much it of the layout and the breakdown of how we're building our brands and our client brands. And if you're interested in me helping your brands and scaling up your brand, or like starting one from scratch, hit the link below and we're going to see if we're fit for each other. But yeah, that's it for now. So yeah, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video.